You know, sometimes you want to reach for a fragrance that's simple, that's clean, that's fresh, that's easy. Something that's not going to be too heavy, too strong, something that's not going to evolve a whole lot and have too much depth. Fragrances like that typically are going to be sometimes a bit sweeter, a bit stronger, and we're not always in the mood for that. Sometimes you just want something that's clean, fresh, and simple. And for me personally, that's something I've been wearing a lot here lately as it's been warming up outside and as I've been going outside more. In warmer weather, I like fragrances like that. I like fragrances that are minimalistic and that are, for the most part, pretty simple in how they smell and how they're composed. Don't get me wrong, I love fragrances with a lot of depth and that go through a lot of different stages, but not always. Here lately, I've been liking the minimalistic stuff. So today I figured I'd go over 10 minimalistic clean fragrances that are just super easy to pull off. These all work great for the warm weather and they all work great for casual events, just casual wear when you don't want to put a lot of effort into a fragrance and you don't want to have to dress up for a fragrance, or really you just don't want to wear something that's going to be standing out too much. Just nice, clean, fresh, and simple stuff. That's what we're going to be going over today. So I hope you guys are ready to get into this one. Let's go and jump into it. Starting off with the first one on this list, we have Versace Man Eau Fraiche. Of course, you guys know about this fragrance. It's been out for a long time. It's probably one of the most popular in the line, at least in the fragrance community. I mean, this stuff is really, really nice and it's really well done. I mean, it's popular for a reason. You have musk, you have citruses. That pretty much sums it up, and it smells very nice, very simplistic, and overall just very uplifting, bright, and summery. There's never a time that you can go wrong with this fragrance, in my opinion. It just works for everything, and it's one that just always smells good to me. It always smells pleasant, and it's something that I like to reach for a lot, especially in the warm weather when I want kind of like a pick-me-up type of fragrance. This is one that I'll go for. Next, we've got Tom Ford Grey Vetiver EDP. To be honest, you could put just about any vetiver-based fragrance on this list. I'm talking about a lot of the soapy vetiver-based fragrances out there. But for me, I'm going with Tom Ford Grey Vetiver just because I really like it. I love the quality, I love the smell, I love how it develops on my skin, and I just love the vetiver note in this fragrance. I mean, anyone who knows about vetiver knows that you can have different types of vetiver. You can have some that are a bit more smoky and dark, or you can have some that are just a bit more light, a bit more fresh. And this one is definitely more of a fresh, soapy, clean vetiver. It's super easy to wear and it's just very uplifting, very clean. You don't have to dress up for this fragrance, although you can dress this stuff up. And if you wanted to, you could wear this fragrance when you're wearing a suit and tie. It is that versatile, but you could also wear it dressed down, t-shirt and shorts, casual day. You can do anything with this one. And because of that, I love it. This fragrance screams pure class. Whenever you first smell it, you'll know that it has this elegance about it. It has this classy, upscale scent overall. And also, when you just look at the bottle, I mean, if you have this sitting on your shelf, just look at that. It just looks classy. It looks mature, and that's really how the fragrance smells. Amazing, amazing stuff. Works great for anything. And again, it's so simple, so clean, and really just so minimalistic that you can do anything with this fragrance and you just don't have to think about it all that much. Moving up next here, we have a familiar face on the channel and one that I actually haven't talked about in a little while. It's Hugo Boss Reversed. People have made memes, people have said all sorts of stuff about this fragrance, and well, that's fine. I don't care. This is such a great fragrance. This is one that I discovered last summer, and I talked about it a lot because I love the scent. This is probably like my third bottle of this that I have now. I actually lost this bottle for a long time because I decanted out a few of them, and then I got another one right here, and then I couldn't find it, and I didn't know for sure if I got another one, so I was without it for a while in my collection, and not too long ago we found this bottle just kind of laying around. So now I have it again, and it's full, so that's cool. I'm all set for summer now. Great, great scent. It's got bergamot, it's got vetiver, it's got very simplistic note breakdown. I think there's only like 5 notes total, and I did review this one last summer. You can check that video out on my channel for more info, but it's a great scent. In my opinion, it's unique. In my opinion, it has great quality, and it has good performance on my skin. What more can you ask for a summer fragrance? Something a bit different, something a bit unique, but also something very simple and very easy to wear. That's what this fragrance is. If you kind of missed that whole hype train and the whole memes and hate and all that stuff that I caught from this fragrance, get yourself a bottle of this and check it out and see what all the hype is about, because it's really, really nice. Another one of my favorites up next here, Your Own Cologne. One of my favorites of all time, not just one of my favorite summer fragrances, but honestly, just one of my favorite fragrances in general, which when I think about it, I'm like, is this weird that this is one of my favorites of all time when I have stuff that has way more depth, that is way more expensive, and that overall just generally is a lot more of a fragrance than this one, I guess. But, still, this is one of my favorites. 3 notes with this one. Bergamot, grapefruit blossom, and musk, I believe, are the 3 notes that is listed for this one. That's it. But I love it, and it's still one of my favorites despite all of the other fragrances that I have. There's just something, I guess, kind of nostalgic about this fragrance for me. It's just one that, when I smell it, takes me to summer, takes me to a nice calm spot. In the summertime, it's very uplifting, very bright, and I don't know, there's just something special about this fragrance. And because of that, it's always going to be in my collection, it's always going to be one of my favorites, and it's always going to be one that I reach for when I want something super minimal and easy to wear and clean and fresh, all of that good stuff. You can never go wrong with this fragrance here. T-shirt and shorts on a warm summer day. This one has you covered every single time. Your Own Cologne. Up next we have Parfums de Marley, Percival. So yes, this is kind of their take on a blue fragrance. It does have ambroxan in it, but it doesn't smell really to me like any other blue fragrance that I own. I mean, you do see that it does fit into that category of scent, but it's not one that smells like Sauvage or that smells like Dylan Blue or Aqua Atlantique or anything like that. It doesn't, but it does have, again, that blue fragrance smell. You'll see people kind of compare it to Mont Blanc Legend and also Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, and I do see the comparison a little bit. Quality does come across pretty good for what you're getting here. I mean, it is going to be mostly composed of synthetics and aroma chemicals, and you can tell that it is, but not in a bad way. I mean, it does have superior quality to Mont Blanc Legend and Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, but you do know that it does have that aroma chemical creation and that kind of synthetic makeup of this scent. And it's definitely not the highest quality Parfums de Marley that I've smelled. I would say Layton is much better put together and better in terms of quality and execution, but still Percival is really nice, and it is a really nice fresh fragrance. I was kind of contemplating on picking it up, same with Sedley, but I went ahead and got these two just for the summertime so I can truly properly test them and wear them and review them. And I have to say, really enjoying Percival here. If you want a nice fresh offering from the house and also just a little bit of a different twist on a fresh blue fragrance, check this one out. It's not half bad, and you may really end up liking it. Up next we have John Varvatos Artisan Blue. I'm a big fan of the Artisan collection, as you guys know, and I just love how simple and how clean this fragrance comes across. And really, for the most part, you could have put about all of the John Varvatos Artisan fragrances in this spot, but I went for blue. I've been reaching for this one a lot lately. I kind of rotate through them, just kind of whatever I'm feeling like wearing, I'll pick up, and it has been this one lately. Really like this scent. Fresh, clean, a bit herbal. It's got a nice green quality to it. It's just really, really nice. It's got really nice quality as well for the price. Only downside is going to be performance, as you guys have heard it a million times. Not going to be the best performance out of this or out of any of them. But in my opinion, the quality and the uniqueness of the scent itself makes up for the lack of performance. Next, we have one of my favorites for summertime, and one that I'm really looking forward to wearing coming up here this summer, and I'm probably going to be breaking out as soon as we get some warm weather again. This one is Givenchy Gentleman Cologne. Incredible scent. Probably one of my favorites from Givenchy that I've tried in my years of collecting and trying scents. I love this stuff. For a fresh fragrance, it doesn't get much more unique than this, at least that's been released in the past few years. It's great. It's a fresh scent, but with iris. So they really have been on the iris bandwagon here lately with Givenchy Gentleman EDP, kind of getting into it there, kind of going after Dior Intense and Valentino Uomo Intense. Really nice release. I love that scent, very mass pleasing. Then you have this one, iris, but fresh as well. It's almost like they're kind of trying to go after the Prada L'Homme, the Your Own, that sort of thing, but it doesn't smell anything like those. It's a soapy clean iris with some citrus, with a little bit of a floral component. It's well done. I mean, it's done perfectly here. Not a thing I would change about this fragrance. Quality is incredible for the price you get this stuff at, like $50 or so. And also the performance is really good as well. I mean, this stuff does do good on my skin. Not much more you can ask for here. One of my favorites, and this one's going to be getting a ton of a wear from me this summer. Up next here we have Lacoste Lone. As you guys know, another one of my recent favorites. Love the orange, love the brightness and the creaminess of this scent. It's a really nice mixture. And again, this one's something different. You don't smell too many scents like this one. That opening is vibrant and it's breathtaking, and it just really punches through, and it leaves a great impression. When you first spray this one on and try it for the first time, chances are you're going to be impressed, you're going to be wowed. I know I wasn't really going into it expecting a whole lot. When I sprayed it the first time, I was seriously impressed. So this is one that's going to be more affordable, about $30. I recommend you guys pick up and try out if you want a bit of a unique, fresher fragrance for spring and for summer. This one is a must-have in my opinion. Going to be more of a cooler summer fragrance for me, not something I would wear in the really, really high heat. But regardless, you can do what you want with it. It smells great. It's pretty simplistic and it's pretty minimalist and really kind of modern smelling. Not a bad scent overall, and it's one you should definitely check out. Second to last fragrance we have here is Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense. You guys have seen this one before as well. Of course, it's a follow-up to the original Light Blue Pour Homme Eau de Toilette. This one, being an EDP version, is just a bit sweeter. It's got more depth. And in my opinion, it's got a bit more of like a sweet saltiness compared to the original Light Blue. Love the fragrance. It smells great. It's going to be my choice and probably my favorite from the Light Blue line for the most part, at least compared to the EDT and this one. And of course, you have like Light Blue Sun, Italian Zest, and all that stuff. This is going to be the one I'm choosing. I do also really love Light Blue Swimming in Lipari. That's one you should pick up and stock up on now because it is one of their limited editions, and eventually that will no longer be available, which is a shame because I love that one. That's probably my second favorite from the line. Just the original Light Blue Eau Intense, or I guess not the original, but just Light Blue Eau Intense being my first favorite. Love this stuff. I need to pick up another bottle for the summer because I have a feeling I'm going to be going through this one pretty hard when I can. Really nice one here, very simplistic, very easy to wear, and it's another must-have. Finally, last fragrance up, we have one from Moth. This one is Moth Legacy. So I really like this fragrance, and you know why I really like this fragrance? Because it smells pretty darn close to Chanel Platinum Egoiste. I mean, this stuff is really about, in my opinion, as close as you're going to get for the most part. This one does a great job of really getting you close to that Chanel Platinum Egoiste DNA. Are they exactly the same? No, they're not. I mean, there's going to be a little bit of a difference here and there, and you will notice a lot of that difference in the quality. This isn't going to have the Chanel quality like you come to expect from Chanel, but still, for a fraction of the price, you can get something that gets you pretty close to Chanel Platinum Egoiste without having to pay $80, $90. I mean, really, really nice stuff here. Performs good too, and for what it is, it's a nice scent. I love this fragrance. I love Chanel Platinum Egoiste. Great DNA that's very clean, soapy, inoffensive, and simple. You got to check this one out if you want to save some money and get that DNA without having to spend an arm and a leg. So guys, that was going to do it for me. That was 10 minimalistic, clean, easy to wear fragrances. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it gives you some ideas, and if you want to pick any of these up, make sure you check out the links down below. Pick them up at some of the best prices you can online. Thank you for watching. Stay inside, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you tomorrow night with another one.